Welcome to Dead End Combos, the podcast where we will never agree. Today, you guys, we have me, obviously. I'm always the consistent one here. And we also have a familiar face from a very, very, very long time ago. Let's give a round of applause for my father, Rob.
Returning cast
He's
member.
finally back. This is already looking really loud for some reason. That's interesting. So anyways, I mean, we're also known as the Spinster and the Shrew at this point. My
Spinster and widower.
okay, well, it's dark, but get into the mic more again.
It's dark. That's what they call it.
Dude, I don't know. Like, should you just rip the thing off and hold it like Freddie Mercury or something? Like, I don't know what the fuck to do. You never get in the microphone. Yeah. I might just be able to loud. All right, so I think you're more of a shrew than a widower anyways. On my birthday, guys, it was a very sad birthday this year. I'm a Virgo, as I'm sure anybody with any care knows. So it was recently. I was taken to dinner by the shrew. It was just he and I. Nobody else was around. And we sat down. I thought, this is going to be good. This is going to be great. Well, I mean, I don't think it's going to be great. That's a little dramatic. It was just me and you. I had a drink. I was like, all right, this is good. And then he said, as if it were a conversation starter.
What'd I say?
Dead serious. No anything. He just looked at me and he said, well, you're at that age now where you need to decide if you want to be a spinster or not. Oh, it's funny to you now? Because at the time, I started crying, and you said, it's not a bad thing.
No, it's not.
And I said, and then he made me Google it, which technically, the definition is not bad. But, I mean, the connotation is there. Also, just, like, how insensitive.
I didn't think you lived on connotations, though.
Okay. I'm a person. So
yeah,
then...
right. You don't live on
I'm
connotations.
not a person. So then the other day, I'm pretty sure his camera's crooked. I'm way louder. Look how tiny your bar is.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, it's like a mouse
Hello?
with me. What's a shrew? Is a shrew is a
It's
tiny
kind
creature?
of a mouse, yeah.
Well, I guess it adds up.
Pointy-nosed.
Yeah, and then it all came to realization 100% that for sure.
You're a spinster?
Yeah, is when I cut my hand, which is now re-bleeding again, if you're watching the video
And
version.
nobody was there to pick you up off the floor?
You can see it. Well, I called everybody and nobody answered. Nobody called back.
You did not call me.
Yeah, I called everyone. And I even said it to Sean, and Sean said, oh, is that why you FaceTime me? And then I said, yeah. And then and then I said, I could be dead, and you wouldn't have found out till right now when you're asking me what we're going to do in California. And then he said, shut up. So I put a salute sign back. So, yeah, that came to realization. Nico cared. I was downstairs at the sink with a knife. I had this makeup thing, and I was trying to get this thing out of the top of it because I couldn't fucking get anything out of it. And I went like this, and then it went right into my hand. And then I go, fuck!
What were you using as a spinster? What were you trying to cut makeup? That's a sign of you shouldn't have been doing that.
I don't even understand that.
There's no reason for it.
Well, it's makeup remover. But anyways.
Oh, that makes sense then.
I don't even get the joke, but I know.
Are we really going to have,
I don't know. I have him on my sweatshirt here.
redheaded terrorists?
His face. Doesn't that look a lot like him?
Yeah.
Elizabeth had that done. You can come on up. Come on up. So yeah, anyways, that was some realization.
This is dumb. I think our new setup is kind of weird.
Well, yeah, we have a new setup. It's horrible. We might move it back to the basement because this kind of sucks, actually. And then...
But we don't have to go to the basement. We just need to have a table. We do have a desk here.
Okay, nobody cares. So another spinster moment, which I think you should send to me because I think you didn't send it to anybody because of the fact that you realized how weird it was. We went to Meijer. Well, I came over and you're like, oh, I have to go get food. And I was like, well, then, yeah, I'll come. And then you were like, shut up now. But I was like, I'm coming with you. So we got in your giant van and we went over to Meijer. And then at the end, because he thought that it was hilarious because I was forcefully making him pay for my $30 of groceries. I'm a vegetarian. I don't even eat meat. I've been trying not to eat at all. And you were all upset, so he started videoing me as we were checking out, and I was like, this is like, because he thinks it's funny, but like we're at the ages where it's just creepy. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody knows I'm your daughter, and you were videoing me while I was. Nico, you need to shut the no, you need to shut the hell up. Okay, come back here. Come on. So it's just we're at the ages where it was a creepy video. Did you send it to anybody?
No.
So you just kept it for yourself?
Yeah, records.
And then when we got back home with my groceries, he was unloading them and he was removing the bags angrily. And he, all of my canned goods, which was like 3 things. Bottles, cans, fell out and everything. What's it called?
The seal.
The seal broke on every single one of them. Mm-hmm. Which he,
apologized for.
No, you didn't. You said they're still good. Don't worry about it. He said eat it tonight. So yeah, that was that.
These guys can't handle the fact that you're doing this in here. So
I'm gonna have to probably kick them out. Wow. So did you bring any topics for the day?
I'm sure I could respond to anything you want to talk about.
I've been talking.
Well, the hand cutting is just a normal thing.
That's never happened to me before.
Happens to doers all the time.
And it was like the day that I didn't have insurance anymore because I quit my job and getting a new job. I have a new job. I haven't started the new job. But that occurred in my mind too. Well, I don't have insurance all of a sudden. I've never, ever, ever cut myself with a knife in my life. I'm actually very careful with knives generally. And I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to cut myself with this knife. So maybe it was intentional.
Towards
I don't know.
Towards your buddy, not your body, like
yeah.
Bruce says.
Well, it flipped around towards my body.
Yep.
Which is also my buddy because I don't have any friends or family either. So
I still have the same topics: dogs, more dogs, and more dogs.
Okay. And then we went to Bell Tire because I had to get my oil changed and some things done. And you've already gone up. All right, we're gonna have to kick Nico out.
That's great. I don't think people go to Bell Tire with their fathers.
I don't think that's true. And he had a fit of rage. Which, like, I don't even understand because you weren't doing anything.
Yes, I was.
No, you said you couldn't stay awake any longer, and it was like 5 o'clock at night.
It was time for them to be done. It was 6 o'clock.
He kept texting me, I'm coming to get you to get your car. And I was like, they haven't called. So, like, we're just going to get there, and then you're just going to be more angry.
No, see, it was done. The fact of the matter is...
it wasn't, because they didn't even get to put the sticker on. I don't even know when to redo it, because I don't know shit about cars.
When you drop off a car, you allow them to take it all day long, and that's stupid, because then they put everybody who's sitting around in front of you. So that's what happened, and I didn't like it, because they were going to take it right to 8 o'clock. It's dumb.
Well, something I'm never going to do is drive into a oil pit and my car fall in. And
yeah, well, Bell Tire...
There was a TikTok of this lady.
Bell Tire doesn't have an oil pit for you.
There's a TikTok of
They raise it up on a thing.
I know. There's a TikTok of this lady who... She was up in the fucking thing and she was taking a video and she goes, guys, I don't know if they know I'm in here. Are they supposed to do this? And she was up in the air, like way up. And she was just sitting in it. Like they must have not known she was in there.
They do that sometimes. Not very often, though.
I don't think they meant to keep her inside
the car wash thing's funny.
Do you know how big of a liability that is?
Yeah.
If she were to fall out of the car? No, I don't think they do.
Perfect for really liability. Funny. Throw yourself out.
Okay. Well, he's been having a rough time. Anyways, yeah, but my tire got fixed. Apparently, I actually didn't even know my tire was broken, but it had a nail in it. And let me tell you, that boy can glide now. I'm back to flying down the fucking streets. That slowed me down for a little bit, and I didn't even realize it was holding me back because I didn't know it was there. And now 80. Doesn't matter the speed limit. 80 miles per hour. But I was going like 50 because it was a rickety ride for a while. And it's no longer rickety.
Right. I know.
So thank God for that. I'll probably get another nail in it. I don't even know where I get all these things wrong with my tires. I hit curbs randomly, but that's just part of life. If you're going 80 and you're taking corners, you're going to hit a curb every so often.
At the Taco Bell?
Okay, we don't need to expose like binge eating problems. And you have them too. Yeah. What were you gonna say before I cut you off?
The car wash is a funny thing to me. That you're afraid of the car wash track, but you used to work at a car wash and make people not get into the track.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's literally what
Come on. And
I don't know what the fuck I was doing. They didn't tell me anything. They're just like a bunch of the like men, you know, like
car wash
rough
guys.
men people, and they're like, well, you wave them in, and I'm like, all right. So I just
Yeah, but the tire.
I know, and then the one guys would come in and do this kind of shit.
The
and
tire's supposed to be in the track. So this is why you could never do the thing with the airplanes, you know, and shit.
No, there'd be accidents all over the place. I understand the concept. I'm a creative with ADHD. I'm not going to get the tire into the...
It's a tire, and you want it to go into the
I don't have the time
track
to navigate you into the track. Let's put it that way.
What were you doing? You're getting ready to power wash the wheels?
No, I had to power wash the walls. That was the worst job I've ever had in my life. I didn't know how to get people on the track. Definitely had a couple people knock it on, and I'd be like, this, because that means back up. Because you're not on the fucking track. And then I'd just like be standing there. I don't know, because I was like just washing cars. So I'd be waiting for cars, and there would be none. And then the guy came in. He's like, so if there's no one here, you can power wash the walls. And I was like, that doesn't sound fun to me. I feel like that sounds fun to maybe like a 16-year-old boy. That didn't sound fun to me. So I would just walk around and spray the walls. And then I quit. I worked there for like a couple weeks. I was promising, though. The one guy told me when I was like, I can't do this anymore. John or whatever his fucking name was. He was like, you were going to be the next, I was going to be his protege. He was like, you were going to be the person I was going to train next to do oil changes. And I'm like, me? Like, you looked at me and thought that's the person to do the fucking oil changes?
I think he was joking.
No, he wasn't joking. He was being dead fucking serious because he like had talked to me about it before. Maybe he was a creep, but he didn't feel like a creep. He seemed very sincere.
It was a dating come on. Oil changes.
I don't think so, because I was pretty young and he was like not a creepy person, but he was probably like, well, and now my perspective, who knows? He's probably 25, but I thought he was 62. I don't know. Now everybody looks like they're 10 years old to me. If I meet a 20-year-old, I assume that they're 12.
Well,
but I don't understand how that changes.
The weird part is you look like you're 12 also, so I don't know what to think about that.
Not up close. Not up close, Rob. Not the wrinkles and the creases of this crepey skin. Well, maybe that's why I'm not married.
Too young?
Too creepily young looking.
Could be.
No, I don't think so. No, I mean, you're old. You know how it is.
A distinguished look, you mean?
I really don't think you're going to like how you appear in this
No,
video.
I'm not. You fucking got these fucking beanbag
I'm like
chairs.
crunched up into this tiny ball, and you're splayed out backwards on a white chair, and I'm in a darker contrast.
Yeah, that's bad. You've set me up for a failure. And the other funny thing
about us...
Yeah.
How
about this look?
That I always notice in pictures... I mean, that's better. You were like this.
Well, it's comfortable.
The other funny thing about
You're
us...
like in a fucking bird's nest or something over there.
It feels like that. You should get this beanbag to sit
No.
Really
I have this nice beanbag.
The funny thing about us in photos and on video is that we're proportionally very differently arranged. Mm-hmm. So we don't appear much different in height, and it's very odd because our legs, you have a long torso and I have long legs. So my legs hit the same length as your legs. So that's why when we sit next to each other, that doesn't make fucking sense, though.
No, nothing you're saying makes sense.
That makes no sense at all, because you just look way taller than me.
It's just a proportion.
In
Who cares?
photos, it makes sense because
who cares?
When I'm standing next to you, our legs hit the same length, so it just looks hilarious.
Who cares?
I don't know. All right, then what do you have to say?
Let's see. Shashawana.
What?
I don't know what the first one's. Shish kebabs?
That's Spinster and the Shrew. Then hand cut dye.
And what's driving something?
driving without the nail. I already did all my topics, bro. I wrote them
Oh
down so
my
you
God.
can't.
Well, you didn't do 20s party yet.
I did. I wrote them down so you can't read them and I can. That's the whole point. Oh, well, we can skip to that one, actually. My cousin, she likes being mentioned too, Heidi, was here. Rob doesn't like dogs. She brought her dog. It's a big puppy. That's the thing. She's 7 months old, but she's huge.
It's not one dog. It's that there's like 5 at a time.
There's 3.
No, there's more than that.
That was the 20s party. I'm talking about this past time she came.
That was fine. Well, not really. It was too loud.
Well, that was what I was going to talk about is how
How do you explain
how
do you explain how all of the people in the family have dogs and nobody ever had a dog and now everybody is confined to their houses with dogs?
Mm-hmm. So you're the only one upset about that. Everybody else likes their dog.
Does anybody want another dog?
Are you saying that you'll take care of another dog if I get one?
No,
of course I would.
I'm saying that.
Yes, I think
I have
will.
another.
I didn't know you were offering.
No, I have another dog. You can have the one, and it'll be partnered up with yours.
Yeah, I need to have a fence. We've already talked about this. That's not going to happen right now.
So we can't have that topic conversation. You're
well,
gonna
we
just make
can,
it
but
boss ass around a little bit.
But the answer already is that I currently can't take him. But my lease is up in February, and then I can find somewhere that has a fence. I mean, until then, what am I supposed to do?
Just promise it.
Okay. I promise.
Okay,
I already told
you heard that.
I already fucking told you this, but you will have to continue to financially provide for him because he's yours.
Oh, is Liz going to kick in? It's actually her dog.
I don't know. We'll have to call her. We could call her probably on speaker here. But anyways, you act when people are over. It's what I imagine it would feel like to have like a teenager who like won't interact with the guest, like your friend. You know, you have your friend and you're like your teenage like son comes out and like throws their things around and then like you're like, hey Rob, can you say hi to Heidi? And you're like and you put your headphones on and you sit there and you yell, you scream, dude, you lost it. Heidi said she'd never seen you like that, and I said, welcome to what the fuck I'm talking about.
You make people do that.
I didn't do anything to you.
Yes,
You
you
turned
did.
around because Nico hit his head because that dog's big and Nico hit his head and you said, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Nico's getting upset out there.
Because it's constant commotion. As we hear through the doorway, somebody's going to bust it down and get all excited. It's constant noise. I don't like constant noise. I don't like... I
but
told
it's
you.
not 'cause you
It was.
live,
I
like,
can describe it as crazed dogs walking
Nico,
around shoulder to shoulder in some synchronized swimming positions on the floor. Inside, outside, all around. Let's go around for like 3 hours.
It was like 7 hours.
7 hours. Now, to my defense, we could have a little voting box. Who the hell wants to do that in their life? Yeah. Yeah.
Nico!
Yeah. It's nothing. They're not doing anything like productive out there. They're just barking,
No, they want to come in.
yelling about the cat, which is
They
here.
want to come in. A lot of people want to have dogs because they like them.
7 hours?
But also the problem with all of this conversation
Yeah.
is that you always have like an issue with something that you act like if it were gone, your life would be better. And it's just untrue because you just keep coming up with new issues.
No,
constantly.
that's not true. If
Because
the dog
we were
was
here
gone,
for like one day, you're here alone all the time. You would think you wouldn't care, and then he started making himself like, again, not for me, for the friend, like, you know, like as the like
Who's
it's
the
like
friend?
the teenage son making himself some food, which nobody would expect. Heidi, your friend Heidi, your friend Rob.
you mean my yogurt and berries?
Bro, you made a whole ass meal. He was making pulled pork. He was making pork shoulder. Actually, he made like 16 meals, and I don't know where any of them went because where were they? Yeah, I looked in
They're
the
in the freezer.
refrigerator and because nothing was in there. I'm like, what the fuck did you cook all night? And then I was like, because you were so mad the dogs were there, I'm like, okay, well, can you help us make a bonfire and we'll bring the dogs outside? And he said, no, I can't. You can make it yourself. And I'm like, so do you want the dogs in here?
I
Or
did
do you want
make
the
it
dogs
for you.
outside? Angrily, shrewishly.
And then they made all this messes with my stones. You should get some bigger stones.
I mean,
than
it's
this.
just
What?
it's like it is like
dog to stay out of my garden.
What is
They
that
already
sound?
ruined.
What do you keep hitting?
I'm not hitting anything.
No, just stop. I think it's. I don't know what it is. What is that? Stop. That's annoying. Oh my god, I forgot. Oh, that stupid. It goes way back to the beginning. He's been trying to protect this fucking 8x3
architectural masterpiece garden.
8x3 garden. And he put up a 10-inch fence one time to keep Nico out, which doesn't make any sense at all. 10 inches.
Because he's not well trained.
Mm-hmm. You need to stop doing that sound. My God. And then now he decided to nix the garden portion of it.
No,
And
it was dead from piss.
Right. And and it's like going to be winter. And then he filled it with this.
It was dead the entire summer.
He filled it. Well, I'm sorry. We had a little bit of a rough summer this year. He filled mom passed away.
That's why a dog pissing in my garden.
I think it's why nobody gave a
shit?
fuck about anything.
No, that's not true.
Okay, anyways, he filled it now with the tiniest stones. It's like he went to a place and said...
They're called pea stones.
Exactly. It's like he went in and he's like, can I see the smallest stones that you have? Because I have a half husky dog that's over here a lot that will absolutely piss me off and I want to yell about something. And they were like, yeah, dude, we have the perfect fucking stones. And they gave him pea stones. And he put them in there. And yeah. I mean, of course, immediately, if you were a dog, you wouldn't run and throw those things everywhere.
No.
I would.
I'd be better than that.
No, you wouldn't.
Does Pip throw them?
Well, Pip's old.
Did her dog throw them?
Yeah. And Olivia, the baby, threw them as well.
Mm.
And I told you that. I said, you have kids and dogs that come over here. You're out of your mind if you don't think those stones. Because then he also has a wood porch with tiny little slits in it. So the stones, you can't design it worse for yourself. Now all the stones get kicked out into the tiny little slots of the porch. So then I don't know what he goes out with. A toothpick? What do you use?
Piece of wire.
I can't.
You guys are nuts.
When he could have just gotten, I don't know.
No.
Strawberry stones.
No.
Something a little bigger.
No, they would have thrown those around too. And those
but those wouldn't have been
and those would have hit the window, breaking the glass. And that would have been bad.
I don't know. It never works out. It's a tragedy, kind of.
It is.
But I do think you tend to pick the worst garden things.
Nope.
I don't know. I hope we're doing this even right because I haven't done this in a while and I feel I think
What's wrong?
I don't know. Sometimes I see things on like the screen that I don't remember seeing before, but it's fine.
Mm.
We'll at least have the audio where I have to turn yours up like 7-fold. So for my birthday, the week after I got called a spinster, which honestly had me contemplating life that whole week, Rob just got to go home and, I don't know, think about pea stones while I was like, wow, I guess this is the year I have to decide if this is my lot in life. The following week we had a 20s party, which you were overwhelmingly upset about moving the couch into a position that turned out to actually be where the couch should have always been because he's kept it there and it looks much better now.
I don't disagree. It looks good.
But you were yelling.
Well, that's because you were remodeling my house.
He just didn't want to be helpful. Anything you
taping
asked.
everything up and making them all sorts of changes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was supposed to be like a speakeasy.
And then it was chaotic. There was 5 dogs here. Count them out.
Yeah, there were 5.
Yeah.
How fun.
5 dogs.
Well, that's all I have. Those are all my friends.
And a cat. And it's...
That's all who came to the 20s
party. That makes
party.
a party chaotic. I'm sorry. They're in and out and they're dumb. There's too many of them.
Okay. Well, I think it went fine, actually.
There's 5 dogs. I don't...
Okay. Well, it went okay. It did. It went fine. He's being very dramatic. I have to turn the camera off and on because it's going to cut out in a second. So think of a topic. So how long are you going to be able to be consecutive with this now?
I don't know. See if it's interesting or not.
You're such an asshole. It's crazy.
So far, it's been very interesting. So what drove you to get a new job?
What is this, another interview?
Mary Grace got a new job.
Yeah, I haven't started it yet. What drove me to get a new job?
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, this is weird because I feel like old people from my work will watch this, and then potentially at some point new people from my work will watch this.
Okay.
So we have to be politically
So you're gonna
correct
be
on
truthful?
all spectrums. I just felt that it was time for me to grow.
Oh, wow. Nifty.
Yeah.
It's good.
What inspired you to quit everything and...
Because I want to be free. Be supported by you. If you want to rent my house, I have plenty of room for the dogs.
Holy shit. It's like gaslighting as fuck.
What?
You just said you don't want the dogs around. Now you said you have plenty of room for dogs.
No, I said if you want to rent my house, I have plenty of rooms for dogs.
Well, honestly, the problem is that you don't, like, your fence repair is terrible, and I feel like the dogs are at risk here.
Yeah, because they're not well behaved.
No, Nico just loves to be free, as we all do. He escapes and swims in the pond. Runs away for 45 minutes now, but I think he's just 2 feet away, looking at us the whole time. He does upset the neighbor horse sometimes. Don't love that. He get kicked in the head real hard. Yeah. Well, as for Rob and I, our health is declining rapidly.
I'm healthy.
Well, I'm not.
I got off all my medicines except for one.
Yeah, I'm not. Mine's not a medicine problem. It's a internal problem. I 2 years ago shattered my kneecap, which was confirmed in a 2 years too late X-ray. And then I got hives when I went running. And then I went to the ER, which nothing by the time the lady got in there was zero. It went away. But my head was puffing up in the back, in the front. It honestly looked like I had really good filler, though, and really bad filler, too. The good filler was here, where it was puffing up my forehead to look like no creases, you know? Damn. And then the bad filler was the eyelids that, like, were puffed out to here.
Well, you can't have it all the time.
The lips looked okay. The forehead looked okay. The back of my head probably looked insane.
I think that was more inside. You didn't really have a difference.
My brain.
It was like tightness.
Well, yeah, it was bad. I couldn't even lean my head back. It was so swollen. Then when I got there, it was like gone. And the lady was basically like, nothing. And then I look like I'm fucking making it up.
Looking for drugs again?
And then I found out the lady acted like it's my fucking fault. She was like, do you have Medicare? And I'm like, no, I don't have Medicare. They always act like it's my... I've gotten in trouble so many times for having the same name as my mother. But we don't. We have different birthdays. And also we have different middle names. Like... And I'm sure Kennedy is like a fairly common last name. Like you would just think you double check shit. Especially in a hospital, pharmacy. Those people get mad at me all the time. She said, do you have Medicare or Medicaid? Whatever the fuck it is she had. And I said, no, my mom did. And she was like... well, it's on your file. And I'm like, okay. And she goes, this is really bad. And I was like, I don't know. I didn't fucking put it there. Certainly I didn't. I don't even know her. Like, what the fuck? And so then she was like, kept going on about that. And I'm like, bro, I'm like, might be having like, not epileptic, ascophylactic. What's it called? Anaphylactic. Or epileptic. I don't know. It could have been any type of shock. And, she just didn't care. She kept asking me about this Medicare, and I'm like, I don't know how else to tell you that my birthday is way after hers and that it's not the same. I had that with the Walgreens lady one time. I went to get my prescription. I've never not had somebody ask my birthday because our names are both in the system. So I've never worked at Walgreens, but I would imagine you type in Kennedy or Mary Kennedy and we both pop up. 2 people. So therefore you would be like, let me confirm the date of birth. And that's, I know I'm pretty fucking smart, but, and I said.
They don't do that. They always go for address, which is stupid.
No, because you don't have the same name as somebody. They always ask my birthday. This lady did not.
No, they've given me the wrong stuff in
But
Robert Kennedy before. They usually ask you your address, which you both live at the same place, so that's a dumb way to go.
Well,
can you confirm the address?
I've never had a lady or man, but it is actually all women there.
Oh.
Except for the pharmacist, of course.
Curly top.
But no, they always ask my birthday, but she didn't ask it to me. And then I just stood there and she gave me the prescription and I was like, oh, this is not mine. This is my mom's. And she was like, why wouldn't you say something? And I'm like, I just fucking told you. Like, you want me to come back and show you where it is? It was, and like, I don't know. People are fucking weird because she knew she could lose her job.
Women?
And honestly.
You mean? The guy didn't do it, did he?
Yeah, women are fucking weird, dude.
The pharmacy woman.
She was not a pharmacist. She was like the tech, whatever the fuck they're called. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, it was my fault that she couldn't figure out that there was two people and that my birthday was not that old.
So I had another Panera checker problem and I had to wait.
You really have to get in the mic. It's crazy.
How do you know I have to get in the mic?
Because I can hear that you're way quiet. There.
I had a Panera checker problem again.
Yeah. Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. I had to wait, have them go get like 3 things that they forgot out of a 5-thing order.
So are you going to start working at Panera perhaps as a checker?
No.
You might be able to talk them up to big money with what you're...
What's Big Bunny?
Big money?
At Panera?
Making money?
I'm not making big money.
Well, that's why they're not checking good.
So you want to talk about the lamb I was going to get that I might get, but I had to act like I was going to not kill it?
You can talk about it.
Did you want some?
No.
I eat meat.
So you're not okay. I guess I'm going to tell the story, even though I wasn't really present for it. This is a secondhand experience
the
from
organic
him, but
lamb.
I guess I'll tell
the organic lamb farmer told me that I could come.
No,
there.
you have to set it up better than this before. You called the guy and you said, how much is it for a lamb? Which usually
$199.
He said $199, which usually you anticipate like way more than that because people buy like half a cow and all that shit and the processing fee and everything. So he was like, damn, what a steal. And then the man told you what? He
said, we have the spreader and the rope and the thing, and you can kill them here, chop them up into big chunks, and then bring them home to do your fine-tuned butchering. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I didn't want to be a city slicker, even though I'm probably like 5 miles from the place. So I was considering it, but...
a city slicker. No, you're just a wimp because you'll eat meat. Talk all the, lamb and the pork show there. But they're like, can you kill it? No, we can't.
No, I'd stone it. We'd do the stoning, the whole family.
That's so disgusting. Do you know how innocent and like
they had to do something wrong.
Lambs are like the epitome of peacefulness.
So
you would stone it? That's like stoning Jesus. Like he's the Lamb of God. You are a psychopath, bro.
So I might still get him, but I need to get 2 of them and bring somebody so I can give some to somebody who knows how to chop things up.
Well, actually, he's trying to sound cool now. He ended the story by saying, so I can't do that because I'll end up with a pet lamb.
Oh, yeah. I would say the guy would be like, how is the lamb? And I'll be like, I don't know. He's 5 years old now. He's still in my eating in my yard, my pasture.
Yeah. Well, you could make some money off the wool, perhaps.
Yeah.
No, I don't think there's any reason to kill a lamb.
They're yummy. It's cheaper.
Nico!
Dog problems. Dog problems.
Hey!
Dog problems.
Quiet.
Yeah, dog problems.
No, I don't know. But now I think that you've created my new ethics behind it. I think that you should have to kill your own animals if you're going to eat them.
I will.
To eat meat, I think you should have to kill it.
I,
You would. You would not.
I can kill it, but the problem is I don't know how to butcher it. So I was telling you, when I go to Greece, I'm going to watch them do the thing where they stick an air pump in them and blow the skin off of them, and I'm going to impress the crap out of that guy. I'm going to go over there and...
Okay, first off, there's no room for these dad issues. You don't need to impress a random man with blowing the skin off of a lamb.
No, he thought
He's
I was...
not going to be like, damn, Rob, where'd you learn that? He's a fucking farmer. He's killed so many...
He thought I was a city slicker, so I'm going to go in there, put the little slit in it, put the hose in there, and pump it up and pop the skin right off of him. Because they all use like the big old knives.
Maybe you should have them try it on you first.
No.
Pop your skin off. That's disgusting. That's actually the worst thing I've ever heard.
I saw it happen. I saw him do it.
And you didn't eat that animal, did you?
No, it wasn't mine. It was hanging up on a thing when we were walking around the village.
It's disgusting. No, never. Not in a million
Smart.
years. It just seems like a bad idea to me. To just like, people are like, oh, you get brittle bones if you don't eat meat. Like, we're all gonna die of something.
So you want to just fall apart like
Yeah,
that?
let my legs collapse, my arms, my fucking scapula. Honestly, I'm kind of impressed. I think my healing... Nobody saw this because nobody answered the fucking phone. This shit was crazy. Like, it's bleeding again today for sure. But
dude, I've done it before to the point that it's really bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were better than me.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
sorry.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, my God. I didn't know.
But it's your first time. So, okay. Let me see what you got. It's fine.
It's nothing to see because it's healed so quickly. I'm starting to think that my immune system might be too robust, and maybe that's why I'm having the problems I'm having. I guess that kind of is a little bit what an autoimmune disease is. But anyways, that's getting too far. It's getting too scientific. Yeah, I don't love the killing of the animals. I'm not into it. Blowing the skin off just seems...
Yeah, I don't even see a Google video for that, so it must be a real cool thing.
Oh, yeah, that must be it.
Unknown.
No, I think it's crazy. I don't like it at all. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, the night Heidi was here, he made himself like 1,600 meals. He was cooking all night with headphones on, screaming at everybody. Heidi said, maybe you should come to my house next time because our friend Rob doesn't really seem to like me very much.
No, I like her fine. I just don't like all the dogs. I told you that. It's too much noise.
Real weird.
No, it's not weird.
Well, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We've had funerals galore this summer.
Mm-hmm.
Who's next? Tick tock, tick tock.
Do your best. Keep going.
I don't want to save money. I don't want to work towards retirement. I want to fly high by 45. That's a nice rhyme. So that doesn't really rhyme that well, but kind of.
What was that the Heidi said? The rhyme.
It's not going to be that funny because it's out of context, but yeah. 45.
It's not a rhyme either.
45 seems like a good number to me.
Well, I thought it was 21, so you're into 45.
I mean, these years just keep fucking ticking by. Who knows? I'm going to be 80 before I know it. Brittle bones. My kneecaps collapsing. Mm-hmm. It's not brittle bones, though, when you smash it against the cement twice.
No, that's
just fucking your knee up. So I feel like my bones aren't that brittle, actually. But maybe. I feel like you acted like you had some topics because you were like, that'll be good for the podcast. And nothing.
I did, but I kind of forgot them. And I should have put them down.
Mm-hmm. Well, what a comeback this has been. I mean, you don't have anything. I
don't really.
Wow. He's been sleeping a lot lately. While I've been out getting jobs, making deals, burning the town down.
I don't know. I don't have anything really.
All right. Well, he's going to Greece. Gonna blow the skin off of a lamb, which like this is not even cool sounding. Like
No,
like
it was
maybe like a
the
hyena.
thing
or
I
something.
saw was a goat, so maybe it's different for.
But like,
lamb.
there's still those are really nice animals. I said like maybe like blowing the skin off of like a hyena or like something that's been like, you know, attacking.
I think you can use the system on any animal.
I don't actually think that you can mentally handle seeing that happen to an animal.
I think it's easier to blow the skin off it than shoot it in the head and cut it. I mean, you don't do it when it's live.
What the fuck are you talking about? It'll be dead.
The dogs are
I know they're very interested in what we're doing. All right, well, I guess that we'll call it good then because you look like you're gonna fall asleep right splayed out on your chair. This is a very funny perspective of the two of us.
It's not cool.
It's just odd looking. I don't know. We might have to move it to a new area. We might have to blow the skin off of the dogs. Ted.
Listen to this.
Ted only has like this much skin. All right. Well, the dogs are saying goodbye. Are you gonna? You used to be more engaged.
I know. Maybe next time.
The first episode back, and you're not engaged. All right. Well, it's been real, and hopefully Rob brings a personality with him next time. Maybe you forgot it downstairs or in your chair that you sit in. All right. The dogs are losing it. We gotta go. Goodbye.